online. Okay. Right. So, this is day one of my new Twitch channel, Hitch Live, where I will be hitchhiking around America for the foreseeable future until I decide to stop. And you get to watch that live as it happens. And yeah, get to see what hitchhiking's like. Because not many people hitchhike anymore. Has a pretty bad reputation. Which I think is unfounded. But who knows? Well, actually I know. So yeah, over the past 4 years, when I started hitchhiking, I've hitchhiked in 25 countries, and I've been picked up around 700 times. That's an estimate. And I really haven't met a bad person ever. So I really think the general opinion of hitchhiking is that you see in like media or from your parents is just false. It's actually a really fun way of traveling, and hopefully I can showcase that to anyone that watches. I love it. You get to see the whole process of finding a spot to the first chat. Right now I'm in Port Angeles, Northern Washington, and I'm gonna hitchhike down Highway 101. If more people start watching, I probably won't advertise my location all the time, just because it's the internet. But yeah, this is like your stereotypical hitchhiking trip, hitchhiking down the coast of America, down Highway 101 to California. I've done a lot of hitchhiking, but I have never done this. So I'm excited to do it. It's your classic hitchhiking trip down the coast of California. So I'm gonna have fun. Hopefully I work out all the kinks with live streaming, because it is a bit of a, well, I've never done it, and I didn't get to test anything like data wise before I actually just showed up in the US, because I bought a US data plan, but I couldn't test it in the States. I had to wait till, or couldn't test it in Canada. I had to wait until I got to the US today to make sure it works. So inevitably there's going to be some hiccups. If like audio is being weird or something, let me know in the chat, because I can't really check up on it all the time. Or if the video starts cutting out, because I'm going to be in some rural areas, let me know as well, and I'll have to decrease the stream quality and bit rate so that it can have a more smooth stream. But it's going to be a learning process, because I'm kind of diving in head first, with zero, like absolutely zero experience. So yeah. Liz Jane, thanks for following. Oh, it's Alyssa. Hey, Alyssa. And thanks for tuning in. it's nice to have someone there to talk to, otherwise I'm talking into dead space. And I don't know, I've never had to do that. It feels awkward. Actually, can I ask you how like the audio and video quality is? Because again, I've never done it, so I have no idea how it looks, how it sounds, or anything. Okay, I can clean that. Oh, that's a bit better. And I feel like a huge dork with this because I've got my phone set up for the video. I've got like a separate lens clipped on to my phone lens so it has a wider angle. And then I've got this separate microphone into the microphone jack that has like a big dead cat, so a big fuzzy thing on it. It's quite the setup, so I find it kind of funny. I'll get some weird looks, but that's okay. I get weird looks anyway hitchhiking. Yeah. Hitchhiking has a stigma behind it, which is unfounded. But I'm at the edge of town, so pretty soon once I find a decent spot, I'll be stopping, turning around, seeing what kind of rides I can find. I'm pretty sure the hitchhiking is going to be easy around here. If we're talking kind of like what you're looking for with hitchhiking, this is kind of, let's see, I can spin the camera around. This is kind of like an ideal situation. I just want to find a spot up there that'll have a wide enough shoulder and a good enough line of sight, but it's single track highway in each direction, which is what you're looking for. And it is a highway, but it's not crazy fast. So this is kind of, hey Devontae, thanks for tuning in, man. Yeah, just so you know, Devontae, I'm in northern Washington, Port Angeles. Took the ferry from Victoria here today, and now I'm just hitchhiking out of town, going down Highway 101. Oh. Thanks, Yusuke. Thanks for tuning in. I'm pretty excited, and I'm happy that you're excited to check this out. I'm gonna spin this back around. There we go. So yeah, the plan is to do this until I get bored of it, essentially. So I'm just gonna hitchhike down through Washington, Oregon, California. Once you get to California, I'll have decisions to make. I don't know what that means, man. Also, Devontae, I miss you. I miss hanging out with you. You're my best friend back in Calgary. I'll try to make a trip out to Calgary at some point in the near future, and we can relive old times. And it was pouring rain here earlier, so it's really nice that that let up for at least a little bit. those just tuning in, this is day one of my new channel, Hitch Live, and I'm going to be hitchhiking around America for, also, I feel like not doing that anymore, showing people what hitchhiking is actually like, because there is a rather negative general opinion of what hitchhiking is like, and its safety and all that. I appreciate your concern, Al-Rashad, but just so you know, I have done this for 4 years in 25 countries, and I've been picked up 700 times, and I've yet to have a problem. Am I taking more of a risk than taking a plane, train, or bus from point A to point B? Totally. But I think the risks are vastly overstated. And yes, the most dangerous part of hitchhiking is interacting with traffic itself and driving itself. Because driving is just outright dangerous. This is kind of just what I do. And I know a lot of people are not going to be supportive of that, but that's okay. Because, well, I know barely anyone knows what it's like, because no one does it anymore. Because of what they've heard. Because of what media tells you about hitchhiking. Because of what your parents tell you about hitchhiking. It's, well, generally seen as a pretty dangerous thing to do. But statistically, it's really not that bad. And in 700 rides, I've yet to meet what I would call a bad person. I've met weird people. You will meet weird people. But I've never met someone that meant me any harm. The worst people I've met in my life have been just drunk guys at bars. Hitchhiking has never introduced me to someone who is what by my definition a bad person. So anyone who's heard of hitchhiking but doesn't know what it's like, keep watching, you'll find out. Thanks, Alyssa. I will have an excellent day, and hopefully I have good luck. Have a great day of work. Oh, I agree, that is the most dangerous part of hitchhiking, but quite frankly, I'm not going to not take risks in my life just to live in live in my safe home and just live a normal life. This is honestly what I enjoy. So I understand the risk, but I still do it because I enjoy it. Take risks all the time. This is just my form of doing it. Also, I'm not sure how well the camera picks up how far away I am from traffic. There's the shoulder line, and I have about 6 feet between the shoulder line and where I'm walking. That's like almost a full car lane away, so I feel like it might be hard for you to tell, but I am. I'm not walking in traffic. I'm walking next to traffic. And again, if anyone's just checking in, this is day one of my new channel, Hitch Live, where I'll be hitchhiking around America until I decide to stop doing such. I've been hitchhiking for 4 years. Hitchhiked through 25 countries, been picked up 700 or so times, that's an estimate. Never met a bad person doing it, and it's my current passion in life. So if it's interesting to you, I would like to keep doing this and showing people what it's like. Yeah, if people find it interesting, I would love to show them. And again, I'm currently in Port Angeles, Washington, northern Washington. I took a ferry from Victoria, British Columbia today to start hitchhiking down Highway 101. At Captain Coke, I've done it in 25 countries now. I can give you the quick country rundown if you'd like. My phone is saying that I have a poor connection right now, so if video starts cutting out or audio starts cutting out, let me know and I'll decrease the quality and the bit rate, and hopefully that'll make it smooth again. So countries I've been to, I've hitchhiked across Canada 4 times, hitchhiked through Wales, England, Scotland, Norway, Sweden, Denmark, Germany, Netherlands, Belgium, Luxembourg, France, Switzerland, Liechtenstein, Austria, Slovenia, Croatia, Poland, Lithuania, Latvia, Russia, from the Latvian-Russian border to Vladivostok, and Japan, and United States. I did the Northeast portion once, and Australia. In the US, I've done so far New York State, Vermont, New Hampshire. Oh, I've done Australia. Yeah, I went from Gold Coast, and then went right through the middle, west to Perth, like through Alice Springs and such, which was a really fun experience. That was last fall, and if anyone's thinking about going to Australia, I would definitely recommend it. Also, the people were extremely friendly to me there. The hitchhiking was quick, especially once you got out of a city. Even in a city, like my first day there, a guy picked me up and let me stay at his place in Brisbane. So I have nothing but good things to say about Australia. Key to hitchhiking? Well, as kind of shallow as it is, all someone has to base off of whether they're going to pick you up or not is what you look like. So try to present yourself in a way that, like, the average person would want to sit next to you in their car. Because that's all they have. They've got max 5 seconds of seeing you standing on the side of the road to make that decision of whether or not to pick you up. So the key is to present yourself well, and then the next big thing is essentially like the rule of real estate: location, location, location. 3 things I kind of look for is a long line of sight, so they have as much time as possible to see you before they have to pick you up. A wide shoulder, so they have room to pick you up and to safely pull over, because people will not pull over if there is like a 3-foot wide shoulder and 100km/h traffic, or whatever that is, 60-mile-an-hour traffic. And so line of sight, shoulder, and low speed limits. If you can't always find this if you're like hitchhiking along a highway, because it's just always fast, but if you can, ideally kind of at the end of town before it picks up to high speed traffic, like stop at the end of town, like after a set of lights where there's wide shoulder, good line of sight, and people haven't started going too fast. And where do I sleep? So most nights I sleep in a tent. I'll kind of, well, wherever. I don't hitchhike at night. When it gets dark, I just walk into the woods and set up my tent. Sleep for the night at first light, take down the tent, go back onto the road, keep going. 1 second, Devontae. But yeah, it depends. Like in cities, that's tougher. You can't just set up your tent anywhere. So sometimes in the city, I'll get like a hostel or something like that. Or if you kind of go to the outskirts, you can usually find some parks and stuff that they kind of accept going to be camping, and they'll let you stay there for a night. If you keep doing that, they'll kick you out. But for a night, you're usually okay. Another thing I do with traveling is, as Devontae brought up, it wasn't Emirates, it was Etihad, but it's one of the Middle Eastern 3 carriers, and they, anyway, I save up points, airline rewards points, and I use them to kind of get flights for, well, just the taxes and fees, which can be a lot, but for the flights I did were like $70 in taxes and fees, which is insignificant, but I thought it'd be funny to save up enough points where I'd hitchhike to an airport and then fly first class. So my last trip to Australia and stuff, I hitchhiked to Boston and flew first class to Hong Kong, Cathay Pacific first class, which was an interesting experience because you hitchhike to the airport. The night before, I was like sleeping in a park in Portland, Maine, and then I show up at the airport and get treated like royalty, and they like give you champagne and caviar, and it's the contrast between that and hitchhiking is so huge that it was a pretty unique experience. Right now I'm just stalling because there are people talking in chat, but I found a decent spot, so I'm going to start hitchhiking here. Yeah, and then on the way home I flew through Abu Dhabi, which is the hub airport of Etihad, and on their A380s in first class they have a shower in first class. So I got to take a shower on my flight home from the Middle East to North America. My flight was from Abu Dhabi to JFK, New York. And right about as we were flying over Greenland, it was my turn to take my shower, so I got to shower in a plane 35,000 feet above Greenland. But anyway, I'm going to start hitchhiking now. So I don't know if this is going to work while holding like this selfie stick and shit, but yeah, let's see if anyone picks this up. Ooh. My phone's saying my battery's getting low, 1 sec. I have it plugged into a mobile power bank, but apparently it's not connected right now. 1 second. Having battery issues, so just hold on for 1 moment. I'm gonna have to set this down. Battery's not working right now, so I guess we'll show you a different one. Hopefully that works. Actually, let's try this connection. Sorry, just technical difficulties for 1 moment. Phone's getting low on battery. We're gonna lose the stream soon if I don't troubleshoot this. And anyone has some questions, I'll try to answer your questions in 1 sec. Just trying to get this power situation sorted. Alright, we are receiving power again through a different battery. I don't know what happened to the old one, but stopped working. I expect I'm going to run through a lot of technical difficulties as I go, so you'll just have to bear with me. This is the first day I've ever live streamed at all, and I don't know, mobile live streaming seems finicky, so I'm a complete newbie at this, so you just have to bear with me as I learn how this works. I'll have to show you guys my setup at some point. Like, I don't know, I did some research, but I'm going in pretty blind into all this. Right. Getting power. Yeah. Alright. And apparently my screen doesn't go that bright, so if I'm in direct sunlight, it is hard to read the chat and all that, so again, just bear with me while we work out the kinks. Also, this is the heaviest my bag has ever weighed, because I've got all this streaming gear. A lot of that weight is in batteries and tripod and accessories. So that's the downside to this. Yeah, so I'm gonna start. Oh, sorry, there's a message. It's warm right now. I think it's like 13 to 15 degrees Celsius. Sorry, I am Canadian, so I don't know Fahrenheit. But to me, it's quite warm. This is like ideal conditions. It's not so hot that I'm going to be sweating like crazy when I'm walking, but it's warm enough that I can comfortably stand here and not be cold. So this is kind of ideal situations. I'm currently in Washington State, heading south down the Highway 101. So I'll be going south down the 101 through Washington, Oregon to California. Once I get to California, I'll decide where to go from there. And again, if anyone's checking in, I do have a bit of information below my channel. Yeah, going to Cali. Yeah, I don't know, should I just keep repeating kind of what I'm doing, my history, all that jazz? Probably. But again, I've never spoken in front of a camera before. This is all brand new to me, so. From Canada am I from? I'm originally from Vancouver Island, from a little town called Comox. But I've lived in a few places now. Yeah, it'd be cool to become, like, have my channel grow, have more people watch. I feel like people might be interested in this. Everyone knows what hitchhiking is, but no one really does it. I feel like there's an idle curiosity about what hitchhiking is like, even though people rarely do it anymore. How long do you guys think it'll take before I get my first ride? Leave it up to chat. See if anyone gets it right. Chance Andrea, I did have a job. I quit the job to do this. What I've been doing for the past 4 years is I work, I save up money. I'm quite cheap. I don't spend very much money on a day-to-day basis. And then I travel for X amount of months until the money gets a little low, and then I go home. Oh, there's a school bus. So yeah, I pretty much work, travel, work, travel, work, travel. I never work while I'm traveling, but every time I come home to Canada, I work, save up money, and then travel. I was working at a store called Atmosphere, which sells outdoor apparel and equipment, which fits well with my passion in life at the moment, which is hitchhiking. So yeah, sold outdoor equipment. Oh yeah, Devontae, I worked at Atmosphere, our main competition. Chame, the longest I've gone without getting picked up for a ride is about 8 hours, and that was at Fort Nelson, BC, in February, which is northern BC. On my way up to Inuvik, Northwest Territories, to do some Canadian Arctic winter hitchhiking. Got some rides on ice roads. It was a unique experience. At some point, if people are like people who are watching are interested, I'll have to go through like the history of I don't know, my different trips, the different trips I've gone on. I can tell you guys all about it, show you pictures. I'm not much of a photographer, but yeah, if you're interested, I can show you pictures and stuff from all my different trips. My first class flights too, I can show you pictures from that. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, so if you guys are interested, just let me know, and at some point in the near future I will do the history of Trevor hitchhiking. It's been a unique experience. It's been a lot of fun. And if anyone is like curious about trying it yourself, I would definitely recommend giving it a try. You don't have to go for a long distance. Just like pick a city like an hour away and just get it on the road, throw your thumb out, and see what you get. Someone had a question, what my family and friends think about my hitchhiking. As far as family goes, when my mom, or when I told my mom I was going to start hitchhiking, she absolutely hated it, which makes complete sense. But in classic teenage fashion, I just did it anyway. But I've only had good things to say about it, so she's come around. So she appreciates it at least now. She might not like it, but she appreciates it. And my friends are always just like, I don't know, that's Trevor, crazy hitchhiker friend. How old was I when first time I hitchhiked? I was 19. Actually, before that, I hitchhiked up to the local ski hill, Mount Washington, like just get dropped off at the bottom and then hitch a ride up to go skiing and hitch a ride down. But that was like 17 or something. The first city-to-city hitchhike was when I was 19, and I hitchhiked from Kelowna to Vancouver, which is like a 3.5–4 hour drive. And that went so well that I pretty much sold my car and started doing this exclusively. And when you see me wave to a car, that's because they wave to me, so just common courtesy. They wave to me, I'll wave back. For whatever reason, they can't pick me up, and I can understand that, but they're nice enough to at least, I don't know, acknowledge my existence. Do I have a girlfriend? I do not right now, no. I have tried to do this while having a girlfriend, hitchhiking, traveling around for extended periods of time with a girlfriend, and it doesn't go well. And I keep telling myself it's a bad idea. And then I end up with a girlfriend and I start hitchhiking again anyway, and that doesn't go well. But no, I do not have a girlfriend at the moment. Oh, yeah, and I'm 23 now, so I started really hitchhiking when I was 19, and I'm been doing it 4 years, so 23 now. Yeah, pretty much. Hitchhiking has taken priority over relationships to me. Is that rational? Maybe not. But it's it's my passion right now, more so than getting into a relationship. How much money should someone save up before they quit their job and start hitchhiking? It really depends how you want to do it. Like, you can hitchhike, show up to the next town, and stay in a hotel, and you're still gonna be spending $150 a day, because yes, you're saving money on transportation, but you're still living it up in a hotel or a hostel or whatever. If you're comfortable living off the bare minimum, well, with hitchhiking, your transportation's free. If you live in your tent, or your accommodation's free, and all your expenses are really just food and entertainment. So you can really make it as cheap as you want to. Like, a loaf of bread is like $1, $1.50, and it's enough calories to kind of sustain you for a day, like a pound of bread. So you can live off that if you want to. Another thing with hitchhiking is people are extremely generous. Like, the people that are willing to pull over and pick you up, they're very generous. There's been periods of times where I've either spent no money because people give me food, buy me food, whatever, or people straight up give me money even though I tell them I don't want money, I saved up for the trip. I just want a ride. That's really all I want. But some people are insistent that they support me, which is amazing, and I love them. But yeah, if you do hitchhike, like, you might meet the occasional weird person. They're not bad weird, they're just obscure. I'm quite sure you'll have a better outlook on humanity, because everyone that picks you up is going out of their way to help a complete stranger. So kind of right off the bat, you can tell they're a generous person, because they're helping out a complete stranger standing on the side of the road asking for a ride. Like, that is very generous. I have never had someone straight up ask me for sexual favors in return. That is the stereotypical, what is it? Grass, gas, or ass. I've never had anyone say that to me in some of my rides, which I'm surprised about. Even, like, I don't know, I would just humorously say that. Which, yeah, but no one's ever asked me for sexual favors. I've had people of both genders come on to me. It's not that common, but and then you get to play that out how you'd like. But I've never had anyone very pushy. Someone asked if I have ever gotten in any trouble for hitchhiking. I've gotten minor trouble. Police will talk to you quite a bit, as they see hitchhikers as someone that is hitchhiking because they need to, or they're trying to escape from something or someone, or I don't know. But they'll just pull over, ask where you're going, where you're coming from, if you have anything on you, kind of thing. And they'll look at your documents, and then they'll just let you carry on as long as you're in somewhere where it's legal to hitchhike. In general, I haven't had too much problems with police. I got in trouble in the UK for hitchhiking because I got dropped off directly on a motorway, which it's illegal to be a pedestrian, let alone a hitchhiker. So I got picked up by the police, and they just drove me back to the last exit, where I could continue hitchhiking from the top of the on-ramp where it is legal. Zain Murad, yes, I'm hitchhiking, and yeah, it's just actually that is a funny story, because I was in the UK going up the M6, I think, north, and this van with two, I forget what they were, Spaniards, I guess, because they only spoke Spanish, like not a word of English, and I didn't speak any Spanish, and I tried to tell them like the next city north that I was trying to get to, and they're like, yeah, hop in. So I get in, and as soon as we get to the next junction, which is where the motorway splits from going north, south to east, west, they take that exit and start heading straight east across England, and I'm like, that's not where I want to go. I was trying to get north. So I just hopped out, walked back onto the motorway going north, and as I was walking, I walked underneath this banner that was like an electronic notification system that is placed over top of the highway, and it was off, and as I started walking towards it, all of a sudden it flashes on, and it's like, caution, pedestrians on motorway, and flashes a new speed limit. So they knew I was there. They have cameras all over the motorways there, and within like less than 10 minutes, an unmarked police car came by and picked me up and gave me a stern warning. And then I also got detained in Japan once for illegal hitchhiking, because again, I got dropped off in a place where it was illegal too. This time it was a language barrier issue. I thought they were going somewhere else, but they were going complete opposite direction. I got dropped off, got brought to the highway patrol office, and spent the better part of the day in police station in Japan, just while they decided what to do with me. I am sorry if I missed some questions. Still news to me, and I like when I'm hitchhiking, I'm looking at cars, like I try to make eye contact with the drivers as they drive by. So I might miss some questions. I'll try to scroll back up when things are a bit slower. But if I miss your question, feel free to post it again, because I'm gonna miss some, and I'm sorry, but I'll try to get to as many as I can. I wasn't on the news for any of my hitchhiking endeavors. It's never been newsworthy, which I'm thankful for. I don't think if my hitchhiking made the news, it'd be for a good reason. Do I keep in touch with anyone that's picked me up? Yeah, I do. Even though Facebook has a very bad reputation now, Facebook is convenient for staying in contact with people that you've met around the world. So I do stay in contact with some. I'm horrible at it. If anyone is in my chat who has picked me up hitchhiking, like, feel free to let me know and stuff. I'm just very bad at staying in contact. I don't know. I think it runs on my dad's side of the family. Me, my sister, my dad, we're all horrible at staying in contact with people once we are off doing different things. But yeah, I do still have some friends and spread all over the world, and I kind of have a bit of an international network where I can kind of go back and meet some people, which is cool, because before I started doing this, I knew no one anywhere other than pretty much British Columbia, Canada. Like, that's where I grew up, that's where all my family was, that's where all my friends were. But now I do have a bit of a network spread about, which is cool, because I went from having no international network to people all over the world. That's sad. Does anyone pick me up today? And follow-up question, how many people actually stop? No, I haven't got a ride yet today. I've only been hitchhiking for, I think, 15-20 minutes. And how many people actually stop? Like, in all my hitchhiking, in my 600-700 rides or so, I think my average wait time's in about the 15 to 25 minute range. I don't usually keep track of time that much, I kind of estimate. But it's actually pretty quick. It really depends how you present yourself. Hey, looks like we got our first ride, guys. Hey, how's it going? How far is that?
The Alma is probably about maybe almost, well, that's 5. It's probably 5 more miles up.
5 more miles? I'll take a short ride. No, I am documenting my hitchhiking kind of thing, so I have a camera with audio. Is it okay if I'm being recorded? Yeah? Okay. So back in the back there?
Yeah.
Yeah, alright, I'll just set this down for 1 sec and we'll get going. Right. Well, thanks for grabbing me. Really appreciate it. What's your name?
Neil.
Neil? Trevor?
Nice to meet you, Trevor.
Nice to meet you.
I've lived out here for about 17 years now. So
Yeah.
We really like it around here.
Yeah, it seems really nice. I'm from Canada.
Oh.
From Vancouver Island.
Yep, well, the animals and everything. On the side of the spot, you can get up and look and spin and actually look down across the strait and